Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special episode of the Commando-Cast. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Mike, and today we're going to talk about some exclusive Spark of Hope spoilers, Commando-Style.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 33 of the Commando-Cast. So some of you out there may be joining us for the very first time, so I wanted to give a little background on who we are. So right now you're watching the Dice Commando channel. We feature in real life Destiny gameplay videos, and once a week-ish, Mike and I do this. This is the Commando-Cast, which is just a video cast with our thoughts, strategy, community building, whatever we feel like. So, Mike, can you speak a bit about what kind of our channel charter is, what we're really after?
Yeah, so, like I said, if you're new to the channel, things that are very important to us is that we stay positive in the community, where our primary objective is to grow the game of Destiny. We do that through having fun, drinking beer, and hanging out with our friends, and we record ourselves doing it in real life. And these are people that we know, we actually like and love some of them, so keeping things constructive is one of our I think one of our biggest things in our charter.
Yeah, I mean, we have a couple of main things that we go after, right? Which is, you don't always have to win to have fun, right? That's not really Destiny, and with the way the dice roll, sometimes you're gonna have a bad day if that's your only win condition, right? Mm-hmm. Also, you don't need to be mean to people. You don't need to crush people to be a good player. You can be a good player and still be nice to people. Right. And then ultimately, community is what, Mike?
Number one.
Community is number one. Yeah. All right. So, many of you who've been watching the channel know that about 3 or 4 episodes ago, I tricked Mike with a fake spoiler to try to make a point. So this is not a Boy Who Cries Wolf type scenario. We actually do have real legit spoilers. So we wanted to thank Fantasy Flight Games for sending us our 3 spoilers, 2 dice cards and 1 non-dice card.
Yeah, very exciting.
So without further ado, I want to read out our very first one, which I'm super excited about. So this is a zero-cost upgrade equipment bounty hunter mask. Attached character has +1 health and gains bounty hunter. What do we think, Mike?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's first off, it's an equipment, so it fits into a lot of decks that we have kind of going for us right now.
Let's just throw it in there.
Jango!
Jango! Yes. Yeah, so Jango is he's a legendary character. He's a villain. He's 11 costs. He's yellow. Each equipment on this character does not count towards his upgrade limit. After you play an equipment on this character for the first time each round, you may gain a resource. That seems like a pretty good little combination there.
So this bounty hunter mask, even though what's pictured in the art is not, Jango's helmet or Boba's helmet, whichever way you want to look at it, it's clearly meant to be played with Jango, right? Now, as well as other things, you mentioned the other day that Bounty Hunter Quigon seems pretty fun.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter Mace. Yeah, Bounty Hunter Mace.
Bounty Hunter Mace, wwhatever. Right.
Anytime you can play a zero cost card that procs another ability, and it's not like it sucks. It gives
+1
health. And if there are more cards that require Bounty Hunter, like I think we've seen, have we seen any bounties that require Bounty Hunter?
There's a couple of upgrades that you need playing Bounty Hunters, but I'm still waiting for that 1 cost spout of Bounty Hunter to remove a die card. Where the heck is that?
Yeah,
right?
maybe. So I definitely think it has some utility outside of just Jango, but obviously where they're going with this is and for a 14-point character, for Elite, being able to drop it to make him 12 health, that's amazing.
So the health is good. I honestly think that the money you get when you play Jango is better.
Totally, right? Yeah.
So actually, I want to throw up this little nugget. So Mike and I, when we discussed the Jango spoil a couple weeks back, and we were talking about Snoke profitable connections, which adds up to 30. Let's just start with 3 money. So a graphic I'm showing across the screen right now is Jango Snoke profitable. You start with 3. You drop that first turn Bounty Hunter mask, and all of a sudden you just dropped a Force Storm on Snoke first turn.
Suck it.
So
absolutely.
And I'm not saying that that's like the ideal win deck, or actually it's pretty darn good. Yeah. But I'm not saying like that's like the win all meta deck, but like now who do you go for? You got that on Snoke, you got Jango who's going to become an unwieldy beast.
And I think that's the biggest. Anytime, because when you're playing a Snoke deck, because you're throwing damage on the damaging character, it's an obvious target. Now all of a sudden, I mean, and not round 2, not round 3, you're making
round 1.
Snoke. Round 1, Snoke becomes a serious problem who's going to mess with the entire game. And meanwhile, Jango's doing his Jango thing, and he doesn't have an upgrade limit, right? If it's equipment,
No,
so
equipment.
He behaves just like
he can hold 2 guns, and I mean, do we see
like
a Jango's pistol this set too? Like, right?
So he in effect works like he has a custom bandolier.
Absolutely, yeah, he has custom bandolier built in.
Okay,
that also makes you money.
That's broken.
This little combo.
Yeah, I mean, I know broken.
It's not,
sorry, it's not broken, but it's that's pretty strong.
Pretty good.
Yeah, right. Mulligan for that. Was it Bounty Hunter mask? Yeah, go get that.
Absolutely. Well, you need to get them both. Again, it's
right. But I'm also maybe Force Wave. I mean, there's many
plenty
things.
Or just some bigger equipment for Django. There's plenty of things. But I do like the idea of throwing a expensive blue onto Snoke to make him a target.
What was the 4 cost from Legacies that we never played? That was the wrist rockets a 4 cost? The one that did like 2 damage and then 2 damage again?
Oh no, that is a 3 cost.
Oh, it was a 3 cost. Okay.
But it's a weapon though. I mean, still,
but you
only get it once per turn anyway. So, all right. So next we have the 2 cost upgrade weapon DX2 Disruptor Blaster Pistol. 1 gun, 2 gun, plus 2 gun, disrupt. It's exactly the same size as the A300 rifle. It does not have redeploy, but instead, damage dealt by this die or by a die that it modifies is unblockable. What do we think?
I like it. I mean, it's a poor man's vibro knife, right? I mean, it has better sides than a vibro knife, right? Yeah, but I mean,
although that pre-nerf, that vibro knife discard actually didn't stink, but
yeah, I think it's a good. I like seeing a 2 cost yellow gun that's neutral. Like, I think we're kind of missing that right now for a lot of our.
Well, Donderbus.
That's neutral. That's a villain card.
That's true.
Yeah, so I think this will be good. I like the 3 damage sides. It's fine. It's
fine. It's a good, like, you're happy. This has to be in the set from like a draft standpoint. Like, this is a perfectly legit card.
It would be the perfect card is if it had a 1 money side. Like, then it would be me.
Or if it had ambush. But I know that everyone's afraid to go down the ambush road these days, right? So
yeah, I think it's good. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe play it in Han and override it for his new big blaster, right?
And that is not Jango's pistol. Jango has like
they're like pointier, grayer, slender, and pointy.
They look like they're like 50s kind of space alien pistols.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's a good analogy, actually. All right, and the last one that we have, and this one I think super cool. It is 2 cost support vehicle, yellow. The Mining Guild TIE Fighter has a 1 gun, 2 indirect, 1 disrupt, 2 disrupt, 1 money, a blank. But after an opponent's effect causes you to lose 1 or more resources, you may activate this support to deal 1 indirect damage to them.
Yeah, this is good. This is quite good.
Well, the thing is, you have to wait. You have to activate it to deal the 1 indirect.
Right.
So it's not that they disrupt you and you deal an indirect. You have to activate it in response.
Sure.
So I don't know how often you're doing that.
Okay, so let's just for instance, I have this on my field, right? You have if you're playing a deck that suppresses my money, right? Like, let's say you're playing oh gosh, any of the decks now that are big on disrupt. Who am I thinking of? But anyway, if you're playing any deck that wants to disrupt me, I just leave it unresolved or unactivated.
But then you paid 2 for a die that you're not using potentially, right? I guess that's what I'm saying.
It's coming in one way or the other. Like, if you don't disrupt me, I bring it in at the end of the round and it still does something.
Yeah, I guess.
If you're a deck that's trying to make money, then I bring it in early and hope to get that 2 disrupt side. That thing is golden.
Oh no,
like
the sides on this are like that. I guess that's more what I'm saying is like. I don't know how often you're using because, like, I think you kind of want the die in the pool early. Yeah,
I mean, there's lots of decks now that want to disrupt you. Beckett is
although everybody's all worried about the R2 C3PO combo.
Oh right, yeah. Yeah, and they get to roll it in immediately. And
of course, you don't have any money with the R2 C3PO combo to play this.
In effect, that gives you ambush. Right, because it's after they disrupt your money, you activate it and it's your turn.
This is true. You do get ambush with it. So yeah, I guess throw some mods on there and see what happens, right?
I'm not saying it's perfect, but for a 2 cost with
I see what you're saying. But I mean, at the very least, it's certainly thematic. Like, it's defending your territory, right? So
yeah, I saw this thing for the first time when I was exiting X-Wing.
You mean with the inverted?
Well, with
the
the game, the X-wing game,
right.
like I saw this get released, so I thought it was a really cool TIE Fighter modification. So neat card. I mean, it's got 2 disrupt.
That's cool.
Right now, that's really strong.
All right, so those are our 3. Thank you again, Fantasy Flight, for the honor of being recognized for the ability to do that. So we do really appreciate it, genuinely. All right, so for those of you who are bailing now because you've already gotten what you needed, fair enough.
And subscribe before you go.
Yeah, exactly. But no, actually, I do want to stress, go ahead and check out a lot of the other videos on the channel, right? We're not just Mike and I talking. We've got a lot of other stuff out there. So what we do want to do for the remainder of this episode, as we are doing this as a full episode, we want to actually go through the blue spoilers that were released today by Fantasy Flight. Some of them were not actually spoilers because we'd seen them already in gameplay, but this is the first time we're actually getting legit images of these cards, right? So we're not going to go through all of them. We're going to skim over some that we've already talked about. But so the title was Growing Beyond. You can find it on the Fantasy Flight's website. Do you remember, of course, all images are copyright Fantasy Flight. Don't sue us. So, all right. So Yoda, of course, we got the full image Yoda with the die. Right. It's a really good looking card. We're still trying to figure out
what age
what's
Yoda,
going on.
I think someone mentioned it was like the star map one.
No, I'm confident that it was like when Obi-Wan was like, I can't find the planet, and then the little one's like, maybe it's not, maybe it's actually there.
Yeah.
He's like, little one's so funny, and then we have the youngling. So it's got to be right.
That makes
sense.
Like, all right.
Because that's the big one is we actually got the blue no dice character, blue diceless character, which is the youngling. 4 health, 4 points, character apprentice. Include only if you have a Jedi on your team. Power action, play a blue upgrade from your hand onto this character, decreasing its cost by 1.
I think it's interesting that the build restriction for it's going to make it much harder to just splash this card,
which we saw with the Ewok,
right? But we didn't see with the Hoth Trooper, right? Hoth Trooper is like, but it's 5.
He's 5
cost, right? So maybe that was the idea on it. So I think that's pretty interesting. Am I the only one that's a little uncomfortable with the fact they made the younglings like perfectly Fear and Dead menable? Like, is that weird?
Yeah. I don't think it's weird at all. It's probably not an accident.
Oh, God.
But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the power action, it's kind of Padawan-esque, right? Like, that was what you did the first one, except you can technically do more on this guy, right? So
yeah, because the Padawans were the first
weapon on them, and then it was dead.
Yeah, and this isn't even a weapon. This is...
But the Padawans also had amazing dice.
Right, yeah. I think this is a really interesting way, like, because they're 4 cost, you could actually run Ayla, right, who's 12 points. Mm-hmm. You could run a couple younglings to get you up to 20 points. Mm-hmm. And then is there a 10.2 cost apprentice? Who am I thinking of? Barriss?
Well, no, Barriss is 9-12 and Ahsoka's 8-11.
Okay. So, Ahsoka's 11. Okay. Yeah, so maybe there's a way in there for you to get 4 dice character plus 2 younglings, and you just use them for nothing but ramping into redeploy weapons, and then, like either your opponent kills them or they...
I agree with you. I think you probably, like, if you're trying to go like the, let's say, Plo Padawan for like an old throwback deck, if you're trying to go that direction, I think you do need 2 of them because... it's a power action, so you still only get it once per turn. Right. So I think you need.
And they're so killable, like they're
right. That's what I'm saying. Is I think you need 2 of them to try to get 3 weapons out. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. They're interesting.
I think it's a cool design space. Like I don't hate it.
No, I think they did well. It's fine. Sure. It's fine. Right. We'll see. I mean, I do like that you have to have a Jedi so that you can't just splash.
And there are apprentices, the character apprentice, which I think wasn't there another card?
We've seen other stuff, and there's other stuff coming out. All right, next we have Qui-Gon Jinn Spirit. This is a 1-cost support Jedi, 1 focus, 1 shield plus 2 shield, a money, a special, and a blank. The special is shuffle the support into its owner's deck to give a character 1 shield. Then remove any number of shields from your characters to deal that much damage to a character. So before we talk about it. Just 2 nights ago, Mike and somebody was playing Ahsoka, and we were talking about how cool it would be if there was a support Jedi. But Yoda is. No, that's what I'm saying. We're actually having this conversation.
Oh, that's funny.
About how you could activate Qui-Gon, the support and then resolve Ahsoka's dice. But I actually went back and looked, and Yoda's Spirits of Jedi too.
Oh, it is. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that is the...
Anyway, so now there's two of them, right?
Okay.
So now you have your Imperial officer for Jedi.
Yes. Okay.
So this guy's special is very Qui-Gon thematic-y. I kind of think this card's garbage, personally, but it's one cost, so fine. Right. But
the +2 shields is real feel bad. Like, why can't that be just one shield? Like, why do you have the +2? That makes it real tough. There aren't a lot of maybe it pairs really well with Luke, and you can pile the shields on like early on. But woof, Qui-Gon's Spirit. Do I have to turn in my Star Wars card? Like, where does...
They CGI'd him into the end of Episode 6. He's there.
Oh,
He's there.
Yeah.
Remember, the whole lore was Qui-Gon was the one who actually taught Yoda how to do it.
Yes, okay. All right, sorry.
It's fine. All right, so this next one, Mike, why don't you read this out? Because I know you're going to be excited about this.
Yeah, okay. So thanks for making me handle this name. So this is a 3-cost hero support droid, Professor Huang.
Sure.
Okay, sure. So this guy is kind of spicy with 1 melee, 2 focus, 1 shield, 2 shield, 2 resources. That's 0 blanks, kids. After you play a blue upgrade on an apprentice, you may activate the support. Then, if that upgrade is a weapon, you may roll its die into your pool. This guy loves him some younglings.
Right. Well, so there's that, and you were talking just the other day about, like, Mike has, like, a serious hard-on for Mr. Bones and Anakin.
I do so bad. Yep.
So here you go, right? And this guy's got no blanks and, like, a 2 money side. And
that's all kinds of good. I mean, you don't mind. There's not a... Well, the worst
side on here is potentially not potentially. It is the 1 shield, but right. Like
the 1 melee might feel a little bad, but there are a lot of weapons that might pair well with that. Yeah, modifiers for that. I mean, especially considering it has synergy with weapons. So if I'm playing, let's see, heirloom. Mm-hmm. Or not heirloom. If I'm playing treasured lightsaber on somebody,
which is the +1, +2.
Right. So that's a real natural fit for this. So I love this guy. I
knew you were going to like this guy.
Yeah.
So,
and he's got lots of arms. Like, yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. Now, again, it's educating Mike on the. I'm a huge Star Wars buff. I've never seen.
So I think he was in Clone Wars. There was this really cool episode in Clone Wars where Yoda took like a bunch of like different raced like apprentices, and they had to like go steal a kyber or find their kyber crystal.
Oh, okay.
And then like they all went and bail. I think that's this guy.
All right, cool. All right.
I think so.
I love him. I might have to go watch Clone Wars. Maybe you can just give me like the 5 good episodes.
I thought you said you couldn't do it. Sky guy.
I've been told that ends at some point, and Ahsoka becomes really cool. Amy is a huge Ahsoka fan, so I probably gotta watch. Okay.
All right. So every set needs scrappy cards, and here's one. So moving rocks, spot an apprentice or a Jedi to move any number of shields to any number of characters. Yeah, that's totally worth 3. I mean, you move them from your characters from theirs to yours, but 3. It's not even worth the card slot. Like,
maybe we're missing something here. Is there?
Probably. I just don't think it's worth 3. Like,
no,
I think it's a fine card. I just don't think it's worth 3.
Isn't there a? Oh no, that's a 3 cost too. The burst of lightning.
Yeah,
that seems way better than this. For
moving on.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Right. So, 1 cost support, 3 lessons. This support enters play with 3 resources on it. I want to read this very carefully because the ordering does matter. I had to read it like 18 times, right? So, action, exhaust the support, comma, remove a resource from it, comma, and spot a Jedi to turn an apprentice die to any side. So, if you cannot exhaust the support and or remove a resource from it and or spot a Jedi, you cannot turn an apprentice die to any side.
I think it's cool. There's a lot going on right there. Like, if any piece of this kind of gets derailed, the card is it's blank.
And you're doing it to move, presumably, like the pairing they're trying to get us to run, I think, is Yoda Ahsoka, right? So you are turning, because those little apprentices don't have die, right? So like you're turning Ahsoka's die that you hopefully already resolved when you rolled in your Jedi anyway. I don't know.
I think even Luke Ray is pictured on the card. I mean, Ray's dice kind of suck. So if I can get her to the 2 damage side, I mean,
I'll give you Luke Ray. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, he's talking like 2-player set Ray.
Yeah,
the new Ray.
Right.
You're not. Well, I mean, I guess you could play her with. Yeah. She's 15. Could do that too.
It does lose a little bit of spunk, though, when you're not running with Raylo.
Yeah, because you can't run it with Raylo.
Right.
So. All right, so this one, there was quite the discussion on Facebook today about this one. So why don't you go, because you actually got involved in that. So
I did.
Why don't you read it out?
So, Refusal. It is a downgrade, 1 cost. Damage symbols on attached characters' character dice are resource symbols instead. After attached character is dealt damage, discard this downgrade. So the first question I want to know is, can I play this on my own characters? Like, because that would be amazing for the first turn.
The answer is no.
God. Okay. Probably good.
Also, I just do want to throw out there, we actually have thunderstorms rolling through, so if it sounds like Armageddon's happening outside, that's what's happening.
Right.
So, thank you for bearing with us. Yeah, it's going pretty good.
I think I've ever heard it in thunder in Oregon before, so that's pretty funny. All right, so I think this is awful. And I'm very disappointed it's an uncommon.
After it was brought up that you could deal damage to yourself, right? Because someone was like, is this not the best mill card in the history of cards?
Right.
And then someone else was like, would be, except you can deal direct damage to your own self, right? Like you can shoot yourself for 1 to solve that problem. But on the other hand, it's still burning a die, but then why are you not just playing a 1-die removal, right? So
Yeah. Oh man, could you imagine? Like someone made a great point on I think I was on. Where was that? I was on ABG Discord, and someone brought up the point like, I'm gonna play this on Darth Vader. You're like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna ramp for 1 round with Darth Vader. I'm gonna play
absolutely.
Like Vader Smith's guaranteed round 1. That sounds pretty good. So do not play this card unless you figure out something that we don't understand.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
I will bet you we see this card played at some point in the meta. I just don't know yet, but. Like, there's potential here. There's combo potential here. Well, I don't know about combo, but
okay, so
there's utility potential.
Maybe you're about to lose a character, right? And your opponent rolled like damage. You drop it on them. It effectively acts as a removal as long as they don't have 2 black sides, can hit themselves and then hit you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... Maybe it's actually better in a damage dealing deck where your opponent has to hit themselves to get rid of it, so it's helping your win condition.
As long as you're direct damage, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, let's move on. All right, so next is Untain Power. So this one is clearly a Raylo card, right? Mm-hmm. So Untain Power, upgrade ability, neutral, +2 melee, discard, money, special, blank. Apprentice character only. If this upgrade is on a hero, give a character 1 shield and remove a die showing damage. If it is on a villain, deal 1 damage to a character and remove a die not showing damage.
Are Ray and Kylo both apprentices?
They are the new ones.
The new ones.
I'll have to go check. I'm pretty sure they both are.
Because this is cool. I think this is usable.
It's fine. It'll be played on them.
Yeah, I can override it with a better, with in Niemann Master later.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's go right to Master. These ones I'm so excited. So I do want to go over Niemann Mastery again, or Niemann, whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Niemann Mastery. That's how we're saying it. I want to go over it again because we actually got the full art of it, not some grainy. This is a beautiful card.
Yep.
So both in art and just the card. This card is so good. So 2 cost, upgrade ability, form. Of course, 1 limit form per character. 2 melee, 1 focus, shield, money, special. That's right, no blanks on a 2 cost upgrade. After you play this upgrade, turn a character upgrade die to any side. That's worth 1 from its 1 in itself. Turn a character die and upgrade die to the sides of your choice is the special. And then Niemann training, 1 cost, yes, 1 cost abilities,
right?
Or 1 cost upgrades. 1 cost upgrade ability, blue character only, melee, money, special, blank. Specials turn an upgrade to any side. Then, as you would expect, you can pull Niemann either from your hand or your discard, which is useful, for free. My hot take, I am never getting rid of this to pull Niemann because I can hardcast Niemann.
Yeah, I can't remember. So Niemann?
I'm using both of these.
Niemann training is not a form.
No, it's so you can have 2 Niemann train, just like Soursu. You can have 2 Soursu trainings and a Soursu mastery.
Okay, so Soursu training
in this,
also
you can
is
have
not a
2.
form.
You can have 2. Oh yeah, Palp all the time. Braven's Palp deck running Soursu. Yeah.
Yeah, this is hot.
This pair together is.
Turn an upgrade to any side. You may discard this upgrade to play it. Yeah, that's fantastic.
I mean, the upgrade to any side's not as great, but. I still think you're playing both of these in a mill deck. Even these cards are just I think Niemann Mastery is the most expensive card in the set because everybody's going to want a ton of them.
Yeah, but the special only works on an upgrade die. That's for training. for training. And then when we get to mastery, turn a character die, and so it turns.
No, these guys are amazing. Just absolutely.
Yeah, and I like the art on the die. I especially like the art on the die.
No, like the art on the die on Niemann mastery. Mastery is awesome.
And I like the lighting effect on the training die. I think that's really
they're both really well done. All right, so let's move on and kind of get it. Move on. All right, so we'll move on to the moves because we saw 2 more moves. So first one is Pushing Slash, which is a neutral event move, 1 cost, blue obviously. Activate one of your blue characters, then you may resolve one of that character's character or upgrade dice. Okay, so it basically gives you ambush.
Sure, on 1 die.
But if that character has a card titled Niemann Mastery on it, you may turn a die to any side. Do note that you have to resolve the die first.
You can't turn and resolve. It's resolve
so
and turn.
It is resolve one of that character's character or upgrade die, then turn a die to any side.
And it's any die, so it could be used as defense.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah.
And then the next one, this one is worth getting super excited about. Draw Closer, 2 cost, neutral event move. Resolve one of your character or upgrade dice showing melee damage without removing it for your pool, increasing its value by 2 if that character has Niemann Mastery on it. Whoa!
That's a lot of value if it didn't have that last part.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's pretty dang good.
So
it's neutral. I like the fact.
It's a my with minus the ambush. Right. It's a my ally is the force that can potentially increase your value by 2.
My ally just let you do the dice twice that are removed.
It was a double hit.
Right. This one
resolve a die and then ambush.
This one actually increases it, increases it by 2. So Qui-Gon, if he's at full shield,
so a 2 becomes a 4 that's still in the pool. Well, it becomes a 4 that's still in the pool as a 2.
Right. It's actually on Qui-Gon with shields is a 5, right? Because his damage, does he have a 2 damage side? Boom.
Touchdown Qui-Gon. Ooh. Actually, that's what he's doing. Oh, look at it.
Oh, that's messed up, dude. Actually, he's dying horribly. Thanks.
He is about to get run through. Right. All right. That is all we have for today. So again, if you stuck with us, thank you. Mike and I enjoy doing this, and you guys hearing your response, what you guys think about the cards is important to us. So please leave comments. Like and subscribe if you do like what we're doing. We're on our push to 1,000. We were at 956
very close
today, so
we
are getting there.
And I just want to say, I think I was not super excited about a lot of the cards we have seen. I mean, Mr. Bones had me a little excited, but I like the direction they're going with some of these cards. Like I like the moves. They're very thematic. They do things. It feels like blue is finally getting some blue sticks. We're going to get some love and maybe brought up to that next level. So pretty excited.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty clear we'll see moves and forms, at least a third one throughout the block, right? Braven is like a bigger Star Wars nerd than all of us combined, and he was like, there's like 13 forms or something like that, and I was like, all right,
whatever. As long as I don't get my arms cut off while playing the game, I don't really care.
So anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for hanging with us. And do you have anything going on this week that you want to promote?
So we are doing our hard mode on Monday.
Monday Night Dice. So Mike is the purveyor of Smugglers Run Gaming. They run Destiny events in the area, and they run Monday Night Dice, which is on what day?
Monday.
Okay.
Every week it's on Monday. So this week we're doing hard mode. So the challenge. So we have a theme that we challenge experienced players to do. If they do it, they get extra tickets into a drawing. It basically counts as getting 2 wins for the night. This week
which is good because most of the time you
get rocked, right? Yeah. So this week we're challenging people to either bring mono blue hero or mono yellow villain. Like those are going to be fun. Yeah, I actually don't think they'll be that hard. There's actually some good stuff. I think early in the meta that was much harder because we had to explore stuff. But so hopefully you have a.
I'm expecting a lot of Qui-Gon Ayla.
Right, and Jabba and DJ I think will probably make it pretty good. But I mean, knowing that other players can, if they choose not to take part, they can kind of plan for that. Yeah. So
sweet. Well, I'm just showing up with Kylo. So.
Or you can show up with Kylo.
So, all right. So, we got that going on Monday, and then we have our normal tournament at Gongai Games at 2 o'clock on this Saturday, every Saturday. So, if you're in the area, come hang out and check it out. Other than that, again, like, subscribe, and go Commando.
Go Commando.